being at the receiving end of racism all my life, always thought the Old Testament was a little bit of a racist book, because I couldn't think of a just God who would decide to choose one lot of people over another lot, and all the killing and what that he did for the Israelites. I thought it was wrong. However, you have to believe in something, so I believe in a God, because when I look at creation and look at the way things are put together, there's no way in my mind it could all be chance. I couldn't see inanimate matter turning into life, and then from life into intelligence, to the point where we start looking for where we come from and what it was all about. So I do believe in something, and I believe in a creator, and I believe in an almighty God. But as I said before, not in the God of the Old Testament, which chooses one set of people over another one. Anyway, my parents were also strong believers, and so I went to church because I was made to, not because I wanted to. So my belief was there in the background always. Now, as I grew older and thinking about life and what's happening in life, and then the question of eternity pops up. And I was watching a program on television about time, space, and the universe. And it was just one of those things that after a while, it comes to you. And as I sat there watching it, the question popped into my head, and where are you going to spend your eternity? And that thought sort of stayed with me for a day or two. And I started thinking then about a life hereafter, if you like to put it that way. Because to my mind, there'd be absolutely no reason for all of creation if, at the end of a split second in time in comparison to the time of the universe, we're here, we're gone, just like a candle is lit and blown out. That would be pointless, absolutely and totally pointless. There'd be no point in creation if that was the case. There'd be no point in matter evolving into consciousness and then just be snuffed out. So there had to be something else. And so I started looking. Now, the best place to look I found was in the Bible. And the best person to listen to in the Bible was Jesus Christ. Once I start to read my Bible, then I start to understand why there was a need for a chosen people. Because through those people, through that lineage, came the promised one, Jesus Christ. Now, I've decided to follow Christ. And as a result, that's why I'm here today. I'm talking to you. I was watching a program about the situation in Africa with the poor people. And the thing that got me was, it's a loving God. And yet there were people, young children, living off a rubbish dump in Africa. I decided then I wouldn't go to church the following day, but there was a voice in my head that said, just go. And I put it off, and the voice says, go. And so I decided to go. And what it was saying, basically, is that the Lord requires us to do his work on earth. After watching that program, it wasn't up to God to do anything about it. What he was saying, it was up to us, the people here on earth, to do something about it. That's why we're here. And yes. And the other thing it was telling me, because of what Donna was saying, was that something was already in place and it was going on. All I had to do was join in. So that message came across loud and clear. And there were one or two other occasions like that when I doubted my belief and then something happens that reinforces it. But because you've asked me, I can't recall them all. Yeah.